Treatment to everyone except the foundational Black Americans. I hate you niggas. I hate you niggas. Let's die. Ooh. If I could gather all of you in one place with a strap to my chest, you know what time it is. We're gonna have a party and we're gonna blow up the spot. More like me.
So we really have an immigrant woman from Sierra Leone who woke up during Black History Month and said Happy Black History Month, except for Black Americans. Yes, that's how she started. And then she said she hates Black Americans, and then she uses the N word. And if that wasn't enough, she went on to say she wishes she could gather Black Americans in one place, strap something to herself, and get rid of all of them, like she would be doing society a favor. Let that sink in. Black History Month was created to honor the history, the struggle, the blood, the fight of Black Americans. The same Black Americans who fought for civil rights, the same ones who made it possible for immigrants to even come to this country and speak freely. And you have the nerve to disrespect them during the 1 month meant to recognize their contributions. This is not even disagreement, this is straight hatred, loud hatred, public hatred. And the white part, she felt comfortable enough to record it and post it. So yeah, we need to talk about this. Let's watch what people are saying.
Treatment to everyone except the foundational Black Americans. I hate you niggas. I hate you niggas. Let's die. Ooh. If I could gather all of you in one place with a strap to my chest, you know what time it is. We're gonna have a party and we're gonna blow up the spot. More like me. I'm doing society a favor. But yeah, everybody else, happy Black History Month. I'm even feeling generous towards the biracials. I feel like they've been good recently. They can have that third week.
So in the beginning, she was saying Happy Black History Month. It cut off a little bit because, child, I had to find, it was hard. She deleted it, of course. But this girl, her big round face head ass, is from Sierra Leone, sitting up here talking, like, that is literally terroristic threats against American people. We're Americans, and you're going to get on the internet and threaten us and say that you wish you could strap a explosive to your chest to unalive us? What the fuck? Now, y'all know I don't run around saying FBA, FBA. I always have to keep putting that out there. However, all FBA means is that you do not have an immigrant background. So every Black American, whether you call yourself that or not, if you don't have an immigrant background, you are technically a foundational Black American. I don't know why people keep trying to make it seem like being FBA is a group or an organization. They're trying their hardest to do that. And the fact that these people, these African people, it's mostly the Africans, child, that really, really hate FBA. They don't like that we're not calling ourselves African American anymore. They don't like that, we're basically saying, okay, you could celebrate Black History Month, but Black History Month is Black American History Month. I mean, isn't that like common sense? We're in the United States of America. Why wouldn't it be considered an American holiday? And the fact that she literally was like, oh, well, I could give the biracials a pass. Bitch, who is you to give anybody a pass for Black History Month? You're African. You are a continental African. Your ancestry, your lineage did not build anything here in the United States of America. The nerve, the audacity, and the gall. And shit like this is why a lot of us are like, no, we need to literally draw a line in the sand and be very distinct with who's who. Because look at how these people carry on. Who does she think she is? Now, if somebody run up on her, I'm not condoning violence and nothing like that. But if somebody run up in her shit, then she gonna be crying. And then she was in the comments, people was like, oh, this is another comments on another video, because now she's trying to backtrack and bussy pop all over the goddamn internet. And she basically saying, oh, well, yeah, if I go back to my country, I'm gonna be going back to 3 houses. So go back then. They always swear their countries are so much better, but they're here. They're EBA. They hate the FBA, but they EBA everywhere but goddamn Africa. Go back. What's stopping you? What's stopping you? Since you really cannot stand Black Americans without an immigrant background, and those of us who are starting to wake up and see how you all have treated us, and It hasn't been a beneficial reciprocity type of relationship with us and everybody else with melanin outside of the United States. It's just been give, 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 give. What have we been able to take? What have we been able to gain? Like, to be quite honest, it's very parasitic in a lot of instances. And the fact that y'all get up here and talk crazy like this, child, somebody need to call the authorities, because that's dangerous. Girl, you're dangerous. And then we be saying that they act like the white tea supremacy. It's the white tea kids that be going up in the schools, even having them thoughts to want to blow something up or pow shoot something up. You are giving Cody and them, Zach and Cody vibes. Black History Month, I don't understand why these people are crashing out so bad with us just making a distinction of the fact that we have our own ethnicity and our own lineage. It really makes you wonder what the fuck is going on. It feels sinister. It's kind of demonic at this point. Like, why do people care how another group of people identify that has absolutely nothing to do with you? Y'all keep bragging about having a home to go back to and how we don't have no culture. So why do you give a fuck what we're talking about or what we're saying? Why is it really triggering these people? I swear it's like we're literally like provoking the demon in them. Like, I don't know what's going on. What do y'all think about this? Spread of the Brooklyn. Like, she literally just got up here and said she wants to unalive Black Americans.
The girl who made the threat towards foundational Black Americans, she thinks that she can't get in trouble for what she said because she didn't have intent. When I was in high school, I made a comment towards someone on Twitter. We were going back and forth with each other. She actually started with me. She wanted to bully me, but I had out-bullied her because her counselor mistakenly sent her report card to my mom's email, and she had all D's and F's on it, right? So me and her are going back and forth on Twitter. She's saying like, oh, you do this with your mouth with boys and all. Y'all could just get the gist of it. So instead of going back and forth with her, I posted her report card. I said, while you're worried about what I'm doing with boys, you need to be worried about what you're doing in the classroom, dummy. That dummy caught me a bullying charge, right? And bullying in Michigan, you can go to jail for that shit, right? Me being a juvenile on my way to college, and I was on a scholarship, they saw me as someone who made a mistake, right? And I got reprimanded, but it wasn't to the extent that I could have had I been an adult. It didn't matter what the intent was or why I said it. I shouldn't have said it, right? So her thinking, oh, I'm not going to get in trouble because I didn't have intent behind the comment. They don't really think that. First of all, do you not know the history of Americans and immigrants and people coming into this country and them, being undercover terrorists? Like, do you not understand the history of that? Right? So you being an immigrant, not you becoming a naturalized citizen through paperwork and you making a threat like that makes you even more of a danger. Now, why, for whatever reason, you did that during the Trump administration is wild as fuck to me, because not only is he targeting immigrants, he has a special eye on Africans, because he has been under this assumption that white Africans have been being, harassed and tormented by the Black Africans. Okay. So you being a dark-skinned African coming to our country saying such a wild ass thing about foundational Black Americans is actually wild during his administration. And not only did you do yourself an injustice, your family an injustice, you did immigrants in general an injustice, because you are an example of why people are saying immigrants have the ability to be, harm and riskful to American citizens. For some reason, there are immigrants who want to come to this country, become citizens of this country, and hate the citizens of the country. That does not make any sense. And see, you saying, oh, people with intellect, people with common sense understood where I said, and people who are educated understand. Well, I'm going to let you know something. Someone with a little bit of common sense and intellect and education, I understand I would never go to someone else's country, get citizenship, and say that I want to kaboom their people, the citizens of said country, and think that it's not a big deal. 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 People understand where I come from. No, I would never do it. I would never do it. I don't give a fuck. It would never happen. It would never come out of my mouth. You want to know why? Because you're lucky that you're in America, and they probably won't hang your ass, but I know that I probably would be stoned in somebody else's country or your country for saying some shit like that.
Some of the goofiest shit ever is other members of the diaspora from non-Black Americans like Africans and Caribbeans coming over to America and looking down on Black Americans while using white supremacist talking points and shit. I hate using terms like this, but y'all literally fled, bro. Like, this is coming from a Sierra Leonean American himself. People gotta acknowledge the fact that, yo, we left from our prior countries before for a fucking reason. So for you to come over here and look down on people that look like you, that were the reason you're even here in the first place, that is dumb as shit. And that's some real motherfucking self-hate. Like, y'all hate yourselves, damn.
Now listen, I am not Black American, but I will never sit quiet when I see this level of disrespect. The irony is crazy. You come to America, you benefit from laws shaped by the civil rights movement. You enjoy opportunities that were opened up because Black Americans fought racism head on. And then you turn around and spite on them? Make it make sense. You don't get to enjoy the house and then insult the people who built the foundation. And calling them that slow, that word carries history, pain, violence, generations of trauma. That's not a joke. That's not free speech. That's hate, clear hate. And then to talk about wanting to gather them up and eliminate them, that is not an opinion. That is dangerous thinking. That is extremist thinking. And the scary part is how comfortable she sounded saying it. Why is it that some immigrants come to America and think distancing themselves from Black Americans will somehow elevate them? Like if you say I'm not like them, you'll be accepted more? History shows that that doesn't work. The same system that disrespects Black Americans does not magically respect you because you joined in. And let's be honest, if you hate Black Americans that much, why choose to live in a country where their culture shapes music, language, fashion, sports, and politics? You can't consume the culture and then attack the people. The hypocrisy is loud, and this is why conversation about anti-Blackness inside immigrant communities needs to happen, because it exists. And pretending it doesn't only make it worse. You don't fight racism by becoming racist yourself. And during Black History Month of all times, the disrespect is unbelievable. My support is always going to be with Black Americans when they are being targeted like this. You don't get to write history, you don't get to erase their contribution, and you definitely don't get to threaten them and act like you are righteous. That mindset alone is ugly, period. If someone can openly say they hate an entire group of people and think they are doing society a favor, that tells you more about them than the people they are attacking. Black History Month is about honoring legacy, strength, and survival, and no amount of loud ignorance is going to change that. Some people need to learn that freedom of speech does not mean freedom from consequences. Think about that. Thank you.